First of all, it is a celebration undoubtedly because it is Victory Day. It encompasses everything that happened during World War II. And as we refer to it, the Great Patriotic War. It is undoubtedly a triumph of our people, a triumph of the Soviet people and the Russian people. Perhaps primarily of the Russian people, because if you look at the number of losses, Russia, as part of the Soviet Union, was then called the RSFSR, the Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic. The losses of the RSFSR amounted to about 70% in 69 and something, but almost 70%. Therefore, we always emphasize this truth. All the peoples of the Soviet Union made a tremendous contribution. No one spared themselves. Everyone worked towards the common victory. Well, of course, the Russian Federation, due to its size, made the maximum contribution to this victory and sacrificed the most, laying on the altar of this victory its sons and daughters who died defending the motherland and our future. When I said that this is a holiday for practically every one of our families, it is natural, because with such enormous losses for the entire Soviet Union, it was 27 million people. The exact number is not yet calculated, but it is clear that it affected almost every family. And it is extremely important to use modern opportunities to convey this information, this truth about the past, in this case about the Great Patriotic War and its heroes, to pass it on both today and in the future. And in what would I like to say in this regard? Of course, look, those who fought during the Great Patriotic War, who gave their lives for our country, for our homeland, for today, so that it would survive as it is, so that new generations would continue to emerge in our country. They performed a feat, but they are still performing it to this day. Even those who died defending the fatherland. Why? Because the memory of their feat forms one of the essential foundations of our entire multinational people. This is, to a large extent, what Russia is, because the historical memory of what happened in the past, what exists now, sets us on the path of what can and should be in the future. Only by understanding the price we paid for our present and our future, only by understanding the price and what our ancestors, our fathers, grandfathers, great-grandfathers, even grandmothers did in defending the motherland, only by understanding the price at which this was done can we understand who we are, where we came from, and what our country is. And only in this case can we correctly determine the future and the priorities of our actions for today, the medium term, and the more distant future. Of course, it is very, very important in this regard to have the ability and skill to correctly, sincerely, if I may say, and poignantly convey all the information about what happened in the previous decades, previous years. Because only in this way can this information reach the heart of any person, and only in this way can it become part of their soul. And this means that each individual person and all of us together will form a single, unified whole.